we will especially deal about the piggery farming in India. The important economic sector, especially in India, is concerned. Hence, the pig farming makes one of the country's economy to the great extent. In view of this thing, we will have a brief overview of the piggery farming in India, then also the different breeds of the pigs, and also we will see the different breeds and also the economic importance of the piggery farming in India is concerned. So, coming to the actual topic, so the topic title is the pig farming in India, an overview. Then, please go through the table where the cattle population is mentioned. The total cattle population is 192.49, and coming to the pig population, it is 9.06 millions, and buffalo 109, then sheep 74.26, goat 14.26. Pigs are contributing to the 9.06 millions, and yak it is very less, and camel is also very less. And another surprising thing is that when compared to the 2012 data, the pig population was 10.29 millions, and it has come down to the extent of especially 9.06. There is a negative growth of minus 1 to 12%. So this is alarming. Then decrease in the pig population has been seen in the, especially in case of when compared to the earlier livestock census. So it is minus 1 to 0.13, especially the percentages. So there is a drastic decrease in exotic and crossbreed pig, and also indigenous pig also to the extent of minus 8.66%. So this is alarming, and one need to focus on this particular thing. So if you go on seeing the pig population, especially the different states, the pig population is highest in case of the Assam. Assam, it is 1.64 millions, whereas it was earlier 2.10 millions. And coming to the Karnataka, it was 0.32 millions, and now it has declined to 0.30 millions. So there is a no, actually it is increased 0.2 millions. It is increased actually, and in Assam also it has been increased to 2.10 million. This is as per the statistics obtained from the Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairy and Fisheries, Government of India, as per the 2019 population statistics, especially in the major state. Assam is the highest state, highest population, followed by the Jharkhand and also the Meghalaya. Then the Uttar Pradesh has also got the highest number of the pigs. Second highest is Uttar Pradesh. So this is the livestock population. Then pig accounts to just 1.69% of the total population. Just 1.69%. That you can see from this graph is concerned. And just the goat population, it's very lowest among all the cattle. And others also 0.13% is there. So what you can conclude from this graph is pig population has very low impact, especially in the Indian economy is concerned, but has got a very potential role in the economy of the India. Please go through this graph from after independence 1951. Every 5 years the census is being done, and It is increasing, but in the year 2017, there is a decreasing trend. 2008, it was very highest. Then now we do not know what is the reason for the drastic decline in the population of the pigs. Both indigenous as well as the exotic and crossbred piggery population has been decreased. Then, especially the exotic cattle, exotic pig, then total number of the pigs, total it is decreased. It is not a good sign for the economy of India is concerned. So the total here we can see that the cattle, sheep, buffalo, goats, and pigs. Pigs are only accounting to total meat contribution to the extent of 3.93%, even though they are very low in the population. And 51.44% of the meat is contributed by poultry. That means even though the poultry population is very less, it is contributing 50% of the India's meat production. This is very interesting, very similar to that of the buffaloes, which contribute about 49.5% of the total milk production in India. Hence, this is also a interesting thing. Whereas the goats, they contribute 13.63% of the meat, and sheep it is 10.33, and buffalo, even though highest number of the exported meat is contributed by the buffaloes, it is 17.49%. That means the local consumption is very high, export is very low, and accordingly, the poultry they make the highest contribution. Then the pigs 3.93% of the meat requirement is meant by the sheep. These pigs. Then, what is the reason? Please go through this slide. There is a drastic decrease in the piggery population, and putting the total heads of 9.6 million, so which is only amounting to 1.7% of the total livestock population in India. So the pigs are widely distributed all agroclimatic zones, especially Assam and Uttar Pradesh have got the highest number of the pigs. So the Maharashtra being the state with the highest percent of share of 15 major meat producing states in 2.21 to 22. This is the 12.25. So, during the year 2021-22, highest share is from the Maharashtra, then followed by Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, then Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Haryana, Kerala, then Karnataka. We are contributing very less. I think our place is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th place. So then Jammu and Kashmir, the pig meat is consumed very less, maybe due to the religious belief also. So other states like the even Madhya Pradesh is also very low population is there. Coming to the reproductive performance of the pigs in a very silent future are the gestation period is 116 days, whereas the piglets or the farrowing will be done at 28 to 35 days, especially. So then at the same time, 8 to 35 kg is the weight of a piglet. and finishers, especially they will be growing up to 110 kgs, and so after service, the gestation period will be 160 days. Actually, among all the cattle, piggery is one of the most potential source of the meat, because the meat requirement is very high, because the country has got 150 crores million population, but the nutrition which is provided by the other sector is also less, and hence the piggery is most potential source of the meat production and more efficient of the feed converters after the broiler chicken is concerned. Not only providing the meat, it also, the piggeries are also providing the source of the manure to the animals. Pig farming will provide employment generation and not a complicated thing to rear, especially in the rural farms, and supplementary income to improve their living standards is also another important episodes. There are once again advantages of the fair farming and disadvantage. The pigs have got highest feed conversion ratio among all the domestic animals. So live weight gain from given weight of the feed, any other class of the meat producing animals, other than the broilers. Of course, the broiler weight is very less, 1.8 kg maximum. So the pig can utilize wide variety of the feedstuffs, the grains, forages, damaged feeds, then garbage, and convert into valuable nutritious meat also. The pigs, when compared to the other animals, they have got very good feed conversion capacity and feel less sick, even though they also eat the contaminated feed, especially damaged grains, etc. Their digestive system is sturdy enough to digest almost all the things which is eaten. Then they have got the very short generation interval, so it can be bred as early as 8 to 9 months, whereas in case of sheep and goat, it takes more time, especially, and can farrow twice in a year. And at the same time, they can give 6 to 12 piglets in each farrow. Pig farming requires very small investment when compared to the dairy farming, etc. But many people are not accustomed for the pig farming is concerned, and pigs are known for their meat yield, and in terms of the dressing percentage is very very high, 65 to 80% in comparison to the other livestock species like the sheep or goat, which yield very less to the extent of 65%. So this is the advantage of this pig. So the 65% dressing percentage, especially in case of the sheep and goat, here 80%, maximum 80%, only 20% is the wastage. So, sir, coming to the very salient features of the pork, it is one of the most nutritious and very high fat and lower water content, and got the better energy value than that of the other meats, especially the uh, chicken meat, etc. It has got. It is very rich in the vitamins and also the thiamine, B1, niacin, and riboflavin. So apart from this one, it also yields a very good quality manure and cheap also. Then they can also be used for fertilizer for agriculture farms and also the fish farm ponds also. So pigs store fat rapidly for growth is increasing demand from poultry feed, soap, paints, and other chemical industries, also including the pig blood and also the pig porcine pancreas, etc. So, the pig farming provides quick returns since the marketable weight of fattens can be achieved with a period of 6 to 8 months. So, it is very, very less. So, apart from this one, there will be a very good demand from domestic as well as export market for pig products such as the pork, bacon, ham, sauces, lard, etc. And please see the some of the statistics here. Already, as I have told, it is 12.79 million pigs are present, but it has decreased to the extent of 12% during the last 2012, and it is about 1.3% of the total world's population, whereas the cattle is 16.16%. So the pork production at 4.2 lakh tons as per the 1995 data is concerned. During the 2001 and 2, the pork production was estimated to be 66 lakh 12,500 metric tons with 3.3% growth rate in the last decades. So the growth rate is also little bit high when compared to the 3.3% growth, and 4.2 lakh tons of the pork were produced. So overall, when compared to the world scenario, this contributes about 38% of the total world meat product. Indian share piggery meat production moderately increased from 0.353% in 1981 to 0.63 in 2002. So the contribution of the pork products in terms of the value is about 0.80% of the total livestock products, whereas 4.32% of the meat and meat products. So these statistics, please note down somewhere else because they may come as the multiple choice questions, very, very nearby questions. The contribution of pigs to the Indian export is very, very poor because of so many reasons are there. Poor hygiene, poor rearing conditions, and very low support to the piggery section is concerned. Only about 934 tons of the pork and pork products were exported during 1995-6, but it has got a very potent market for export, and the revenue generated is 262 lakhs against the total value of 61,604 lakhs. So it has got a very good potential for export also. So the pig farming is very simple, doesn't require much investment, and also, hello, I heard it. So the pig farming constitutes the livelihood of the rural, especially folklore people, and contributes a major thing, especially in case of the socio-economic reforms of India is concerned, and suitable schemes to popularize the piggery farming need very much, and the productivity and reproductivity need to be improved. So because of this thing, the government of India has initiated many schemes to propagate the sheep, this especially the piggery farming and establishment of 8 bacon factories and organization of pig production in rural attached to the bacon factories, especially the northeastern states are concerned. So there where the northeastern states do have a very potential breeding tract of the pigs are concerned. So there are certain encouragement programs are also there in the government of India for the benefit of the especially the rural people is concerned. Then we can also see that lot of breeding farms and also the support is given. Then a proper project, especially in the National Livestock Mission, is always supporting the piggery farm, but the NABARD is also another agency, but they require the viable projects for the piggery production. Then the bank's officers can assist the preparations of the scheme for filing in the prescribed application form. The bank will then examine the scheme of its technical feasibility and economic viability also. Then technical feasibility, how it need to be examined is in different ways. It has to be observed. Then availability of the good quality animals in the nearby livestock markets. Then source of availability of the training facilities, disease management system, and the concentrate feeds in form of the kitchen, hotel, or the hostel waste, vegetable market waste, and the broken grains from food producing factories is also very much required. Apart from this one, the timely availability of the veterinary service, vaccines, and the availability of the breeding centers and the market is also very much required. Then economic viability, this would beneficiary briefly include the unit cost of a pig, then input costs of the feeds, veterinary aid, insurance, labors, etc. Then output costs like sale of price of the fatteners, piglets, and culled animals. Then income expenditure statement and annual gross surplus. Then cash flow analysis and some of the other parameters are also noted. Then bankability is repayment schedule, repayment of the principal loan and the interest in a phased manner is very much required. The documents such as the loan application, security aspects, margin money, what the owner can put, etc., are also examined. So a field visit is done and later the loan will be released from the bank. Then after entering the bank loan disbursement, you need to create the specific assets as construction of the sets, then also purchase equipments and invest. Then especially National Livestock Machine and NABARD, they are very stringent in nature and they will look into all the aspects before financing into such projects. Then also the commercial pig farming is need to be viable and some norms are recommended herein. Then construct the shed on dry and properly raised ground to avoid waterlogging, marshy and heavy rainfall. Always the shed should be 4 to 5 feet height and remaining height should be fitted with GI pipes or wooden poles. The walls should be plastered to make them damp proof and the roof should be about 8 to 10 feet height. Then apart from this one, the floor should be hard, very hard, or otherwise the pigs will damage it. And should be non-slippery, then well sloped and properly drained to remain dry and clean always. Then corners of the, especially the wall should be rounded for easy cleaning also, or else the mud etc. they will get stuck in the piggery farm. Hence, one should take care about all the such things, and at the same time, adequate open space should always be maintained to each animal is concerned, double the cover area, and dispose the dung and urine properly. Then individual pens of the both lactating shows should be constructed. The dry shows must be housed in group of the pens and give adequate space for the animal. Then how to select an animal for breeding in stock? So immediately after the release of the loan or whatever it will be, purchase the stock from reliable breeder or from nearest market. Whereas the commercial pig farming upgraded, crossbreed or exotic stock in good health should be selected very properly. Then, while selecting a gilt or so, aim should be secure female that will produce large survivable, especially the litter. So the it should have a very high fecundity rate also. Then sometimes they also require the very good attention and vaccinate the newly purchased animal against the pig diseases, very commonly occurring pig diseases. Keep the newly purchased animal under the observation for a period of about 2 weeks, then mix with the other animals, or else do not do this thing particularly, and keep the newly purchased animal under observation. And the minimum economical unit has to be purchased, not one or two or other thing they become not available, but purchase the animal in two batches in the interval of 3 months. Always it is better. Follow judicious culling and replacement of the animal in a herd. Cull the old animals after 10 to 12 farrowings. And these are all the flow chart of feeding as usual. Then a suitable feed should be given. Then the feeding of the piglets is more crucial, especially the piglet mortality is a very common thing, and the fortified diets should be given to the piglets. And the feeding of the sows during the pregnancy is also another important. And the feeding requirement of lactating sow, very similar to that of a cow, varies with the size of the litter, weight, the size and ease of the sow. So, commercial pig farming should always aim at exploitation of the non-conventional feed sources which are available very cheap cost, like the hotel waste, then garbages, cold storage, warehouses, in replacing the balanced ration to minimize the cost of the production. The feeding regime adopted should take care of all the nutrient requirements of various categories of the pig. Then the protection against the disease management is also very important. So wherever the pig is suffering from any of the diseases, immediately a veterinarian should be consulted. Then uh, they should get immediate treatment, especially, and the animal should be vaccinated for some of the contagious diseases, and immediately they should be segregated from the main herd, and the necessary disease control measures should always be taken up. The animal should always be dewormed like fenbendazole or any other thing as per the schedules or the dosage, and the vaccine should be done from properly, especially the different vaccines which are recommended for the pigs. Pigs are highly prolific breeders, and two farrowings in a year should be planned by adopting optimal management. Two farrowings. For every 10 sows, one boar should be there. Then the animal should be bred when it is in the peak estrus or the heat period, that is 12 to 24 hours to the onset of the heat is concerned. As usual, the proper care should be maintained, especially of the animals which are very near to the far away. So take care of newborn piglets by providing guard rails, treat disinfected navel cord with tincture of iodine, fed on mother's milk immediately. First 6 to 8 weeks along with the creep feed, protect the piglets against extreme weather conditions, particularly during the first 2 months. Then always they will always suffer from the iron deficiency. Then needle teeth should be clipped shortly after birth. Vaccinate the piglets as they recommended by the vaccination schedule. We will see it later. And supplementation of the iron is always required to prevent the piglet anemia, which is a very dangerous disease. So male piglets not selected for breeding should always be castrated, preferably 3 to 4 weeks, which will be prevent the boar odor in the cooked meat. Thus, it is enabling the adaptability. So that's why they need to be castrated very early. That's 3 to 4 weeks. Pig market is always sometimes it is not accepted by all the category of the people, but it is very much required to the uh, people for especially in the areas like Assam, Uttar Pradesh, and Kodagu, etc. The pigs are very popular. So the marketing avenues of all these products should always be explored, especially the attractive farm. So sale of piglets should be done at 2 to 3 months of the age, which will yield quick returns and enables the pig farmer to concentrate their efforts. Especially so, the economics of the pig farming. So, just like one of the programs, how we can do is the system rearing is the 10 sows with one board. That's the minimum size. You can go on increasing this size and go on see. So the unit cost will be 1,86,680. Bank loan will be 1,58,860. Then margin money is 28,029. Repayment period 5 years with one grace period. Interest rate it is 12% of nowadays. It is also available as the less percent also. BCR or DF is 1.54 to 1. So the NPW and the DF is about 197776, IRR 68%. Then the economics of this piggery farming 10 sows plus one boar. So it is about the purchase of farrowing pens for lactating sow 100 square feet per animal. Then four animals means 400 square feet. So unit cost is 70, total 28,000. So the nest costs etc., including the fattener shed one, shed 2, please go through this particular the table, and you can also note down this particular table is concerned. Then other supplies as borewell, electric motor pump set, etc. Maybe around 15,000. The cost of the equipment maybe lump sum 2,000 rupees. They do not require much equipments, and cost of the source 10 source 1,800, and 18,000 cost for bore is little more. It is 2,500 rupees. So this is the reoccurring expenses: bedding cost, feeder cost, then 3 kg per bore at the rate of 3.5 per so 70% kitchen garbage and 30% concentrate feed should be maintained at the rate of 0.75 and 6 rupees per kg, and weaner feed cost separate, first batch fattener feed cost, then insurance 6% of the breeding cost, then labor charges 15,000, then cost of the medicines, etc., for the breeding stock for the weaners. So it is required, and any miscellaneous expenses should be calculated in a very proper manner. One should see all these cards very properly. Then we should think of especially the sale. So these are all the expenses which you can always carry take this thing, and you can see that uh, then the bank loan 85%, then margin money 15% of the total financial outlay, then the interest percent, etc. Please calculate it as per the need based. Then the profits, economics, number of sows 6 to 7, 10, number of bores 1, number of batches 2, interval between 2 batches 3, number of farrowings per year 2, number of piglets per sow per farrowing 11, mortality among piglets is 20%, mortality among fatteners is 10%. So this is a everywhere you can get this in the book: lactating sows, then dry sow. All these things will account to the extent of especially the concentrate feed percent, the kitchen percent 70 is to 30. That ratio always maintains the piggery farming in little profit. That's always there. So these are all the other things: cost of power, weaner, adults, number of labors required, and all these things for a single this thing. Sale price of fattener 1,700. Then the grace period of 1 year should be there, so that the this becomes really viable, especially the particular farming is concerned. That it becomes viable, and the particular thing you can see NABARD is one of the apex institutions. Then it will give the projects, and some of the important breeds of the pigs is large white Yorkshire. So, as the name white Yorkshire, the coat color is white. Occasional black pigmented plots will also be seen somewhere else, and also the face, dished face, are typical characteristic of the breed. And mature body weight of these pigs is about 300 to 500 kgs. This is the Duroc breed developed in America, especially Europe, developed in America. Then color is red, of course, brown. The production traits and feed conversions efficiency is good. Then golden yellow, large framed medium length will be present. All these are the Duroc breeds of the. So you can see that these are red colored breeds Duroc. Then Landrace is another breed. It is having the pigs of this breed are typically white colored with black skin spots sometimes. They have a long body, large dropping ears, especially, then long snout. The snout is long, and mature body weight is 250 to 350 kgs. Then Landrace is another breed of the pig. It's also uh, white in color. Then the Hampshire is another breed. It is domestic swine breed characterized by erect ears, not like the dropping ears like the other breeds of the pig. A black body and a white band around the middle. In the photo, you can uh, grasp this thing. These pigs are originated from the Scotland and northern England. Then Hampshire is also the similar thing. Large black pig. So these pigs are looking like the wild boars or the pig, and they are always grazing here and there. And Nagaland pig is also another fat pig, which is also weighing 8 to 8 good. So doom, this is the thing, and the Berkshire. It is another breed of the thing, black colored animals with six white patches and small head, face depressed in middle and sucker shaped body with flexible ribs that are characteristics of these breeds. And mature body weight ranges from 280 to 350 kg. Then apart from this one, you can see that many crossbreeds are available with 50-50 inheritance from landrace and indigenous pigs. And crossbreeds do have 75% blood from white Yorkshire and 25% from indigenous inheritance. And Hampshire crossbreeds carrying 25% and 50%. Then landrace, especially, it is indigenous half breeds from reciprocal crosses. So, a lot of crossbreeds are also available, like Tenuous KPM Good, HDK 75, then Jaras, then SVVU, Sri Venkateswara Veterinary University T17, Manuti White, and Landley. So these are developed by ARCRP on pig in different part of the country is concerned. So the Duroc, Landrace, etc. They are crossbreed, and you can see that the pigs, three-way synthetic pigs, parcel, etc. Then advantage of pig rearing is pigs convert highly inedible food from the mills, meat byproducts, damaged feeds, garbages, and most of these breeds are either not useful to the any other animals or palatable to the human beings, but pig grow fast and it's a prolific breeder, borrowing 10 to 12 piglets at a time. So all these statistics you should please note down. The carcass return is quite high, that is 60 to 80%, whereas in case of sheep and goat it's just 65% dressing percentage. With a small investment of the building, etc., we can get more and more profits. So the exotic pigs, also there are a lot of breeds are there. Then these are all the breeds which look like the Landrace, the Hampshire, Berkshire, Duroc, all these are the breeds. And National Research Center for Pig Rani Guwahati, they have developed different type of the breeds like large white Yorkshire, and this is the breed, whereas the middle white Yorkshire is first entered the herd book in 1885. The breed is an excellent pork pig. So the boars weigh about 250 to 340 kgs, and so about this much 180 to 270 kgs. This is the middle white Yorkshire. So they are very fattened breeds. Then Berkshire, oldest English breed of the swine. These are all the exotic breeds, not from India or any other crossbreeds. South Central England is the country where these breeds have been developed. Then sometimes the even though they are these exotic animals, they are very much suitable for the Indian conditions are concerned. Hence, you can say that these breeds are very much useful to the Indian scenario. So this is the breed Berkshire with the uh, black hair throughout the body and white patches on all the legs. So this is the Berkshire. And Landrace, as you know, its origination from the Denmark and produces very high quality bacon in the world. Landrace, heavy lobe ears, square ham. Landrace is susceptible to the sunburns. So they are got very susceptible, especially to the sunburns. Hence, they need to be cared very properly. Then this is also the same breed. Then Tamworth, Central England, Gold Red Deer, then Carcass produced bacon on the finest quality, Boar 350 kg, then Souse 250 to 300 kg. Then Duroc, already it is known, Duroc, which is the outcome of blending of two breeds, Jersey Reds and Durocs of the Nura. So the breed is moderately red colored with shades having the golden cherry color. So they are very attractive to look, and we can see that this is the Dew Rock breed of the breed. And Hereford, it is dwarf breeds, and it is one of the newer breeds of the swine and originated from USA. Chester White is also another breed of the pig, and southeastern Pennsylvania, then principally in Chester and Dela countries of the United States of the America. As the name indicates, the breed is white in color with some bluish spots sometimes found in the skin. Then this is also another breed, very popular breed, Poland and China. Poland China is also another breed of the pig originated in Ohio. Color is black, then drooping ears, produces carcasses with large lion eyes. Very little back fat is there. Commercially used to crossbreeding program. And another thing is Poland China is one of the oldest breed of this swine originated in the United States. So you can see that this is the oldest breed of the swine. Then the Poland China, it is also the Poland China what it looks for. Then the Yorkshire as usual. Then indigenous pigs of India, Desi pig is also originated from India, and many people also they rear the Desi pigs are concerned, and hence the Desi pig it's also called as the country hog. country hog. It is also called as country hog. Evolved from the gradual domestication of the wild pigs and smaller breeds, size breeds also. Hence, this body weight is around very less when compared to the other pigs. It is just 35 to 40 kg and found in the UP, Bihar, Punjab state of India, the desi pig. So this is the desi pig, and it's also called as the scavenger pig. Many times it is scavenging, especially in the roadsides and the gutters, etc. It will be there. And the black color, the short ear, birth weight is very very low. Tail reach near to the heart, with tuft of the hair, high disease resistance. That's the important thing, and high adaptability to any environment. Indian pig breeds are also there. That's called as the Buri breed of the pigs have evolved from Sus salvanus Orsgon found in northeastern region. Then Ankamali pigs from Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra state in the India. Ankamali. Then Tenyo pig is reared in Nagaland. N B and Nicobari first runner pig from Nicobar Islands, and the Mali, Tripura, then Purnia, Bihar, and Jharkhand. So we have got our own pig breeds, local originated in different areas. Then this is called as the doom pig. Then another thing is the Purnia. So it's not all the Desi pigs, but none of these will grow more than 35 to 50 kg. So that's about the piggery farming, and I have also got some other more, especially. So this is farrowing crate. This you can see that farrowing crate. Here one can put the animals here. Then this is the farrowing come nursing style. Farrowing come nursing style. Then this is the piggery farm unit. It should contain an office room, then feed storage, floor plan should be made as shed area closed, shed area open. Both are this thing. And in fact, there should be a gate and ramp gate should be there in a pig breed. So this is the area requirement of a bore, borrowing sow, weaner, etc. Then 8.8 to 12 meters, square meters is required for a bore, whereas also it is same to that of the borrowing sow. So number of animals nurtured in case of this one, the piglets, etc. It is 30, then single pig. Then this is the line diagram of the pig cross-sectional view. So it should be like that, walking passage area. Then always it should be raised from the ground level. Then fenced wall should be there just for the exercise purpose to the pig. And in both sides it should be 12, 20 feet, 20 feet, then 4 feet is left for fenced walk area, entire this thing. And the height is should be 8 feet, then the width should be 12 feet especially. Then 3 feet side roof should be there with elevation. Then the pigs sometimes they also require the wallowing tank, just like the buffaloes. Then the lower critical temperature may cause cold stress. Then thermo-neutral zone should be there in a particular shed. Then upper critical temperature may cause heat stress. So it is 25 degrees centigrade and below 18 degree they may suffer from cold stress. So 18 to 25 degree is the normal optimal thermal zone. So problems with intensive peak production always are kept less complex environment. There may be the overcrowding also sometimes should not be done, and they should be. So there is different stages of intensive peak production. So the pregnant sow should be kept in a separate pen. Then farrowing pens, they are called as the farrowing pens. Then weaned piglets should be kept separately. Then growing piglets should be kept separately. Then farrowing pen modification should be done with guard rails to prevent the stampede because sometimes the piglets may stamp their own. No, the pig may it is having stamped the while sleeping, etc. Because of the heavy body, it may put its leg, etc. on the piglets, and there is a chance of stamping. Then following pen should be extension to prevent with stones or to prevent the stamping, especially. So due to the heavy weight of the pig, there is a chance that the stampage may also happen. Then this is the modern area in which the pigs can also be reared. Then early embryonic mortality is also another thing, especially in case of pig mortality. The main steps which should be taken to minimize the embryonic losses. Take all possible steps to minimize the risk of introducing of the new disease. Always avoid excessive food intake after service. Then it end up with the loss of the fertilizer embryo. Avoid excessive environmental temperature in the early pregnancy. Then always adopt the cross-breeding policy. Then this is the electronic feeders because many times the piglets may waste the feed, and to avoid this one, the electronically balanced if, this feeding units should always be maintained in the modern piggery farm. Then nipple drinkers are also there, but sometimes they need to be the piglets should always be uh, trained for using such things. Then freedom from discomfort, especially the wallowing tank is required, and pigs like this wallowing tank. And you can see that the pigs, or sometimes even the sheep and goat, also can use the wallowing tank for reducing the body temperature. And this is the method how to handle a boar, especially a snake should be there, and they should be caught with minimum effort also. So the farmers should keep certain many medicines like charcoal or the content which is required, like the minerals, vitamins, etc. Especially in that thing. And good rearing practice always clean, keep the house as clean as possible. Then the slippery floors are always dangerous to the pigs, hence one should have the organized farm without the slippery farming. And this is one of the managemental defects. They do not know how to rear the pigs. So one need to provide the slippery flooring, especially in case of the pigs with slippery floor. So simple stones etc. can be put stone slab to prevent the slippery area of the field. And especially provide stone slab flooring prevents hoof defects and also lameness. Then need for good floor mill, one should have their own floor mill because 30% of the concentrated shades should be male and one form is always there. And cannibalism is always a dangerous thing in especially piggery farming. So it's a behavior, scavenging behavior, noise, hunger, genetic problem, and hence such pigs should be avoided. Pig integration with the piggery etc. can be done because the dropping up of the pigs can be the source of the fish, and providing drainage helps store water from agriculture crop production. Then place CCTV cameras to monitor working status of the laborers, and also theft is also the one of the problem. And CCTV installed need to be installed for better watching. Nowadays, one can watch the CCTV which is connected to an internet from anywhere. That's also another important thing to be noted. Simple slaughter facilities should always be essential for all pigs, and the weighing facility, etc., should be there. Then, good practice avoid aggregation in dry source, so they should be kept free. Then, this is one of the better method of keeping. So the weighing of the individual uh, sheep, this pig is also very much necessary. Then marking the ear is required for identification of the pig. Then sometimes to make the piglets comfortable, the bulb may also be maintained to maintain the temperature above 18 degree and below 25 degree Celsius. So a proper vaccination program should always be adopted, and a proper bedding should be given to the piglets. Brooding with the bulbs is necessary for the piglets. Then sometimes the teeth is overgrown and it should be trimmed, and that is called as the teeth trimming equipment. Then immediately the teeth should be trimmed, or else they may cause some wound to the udder of the mother. This is under the bulb. They should be kept warm. Then record keeping is also very much required. The tattoos are compulsorily the commonly informal records. Okay. Then there are health and diseases aspects. Very few diseases are there. The number one is the malnutrition, food in too little. Then also the other thing is the scouts, diarrhea in young pigs. Then mange is itchy disease of the skin. Pigs of all age group are affected. So biosecurity measures should be used to prevent the disease, especially from the pig to human being. Many diseases are there, so the biosecurity measures should always be taken care. The area should be disinfected very commonly. Then these are all some of the basic parameters, especially for the pigs. Breeding age is 10 to 12 months. Breeding weight should be 90 to 100 kg. Breeding year of the boar is 18 to 24 months. Then number of the sows per boar is 1 is to 10. Heat cycle is similar to that of the cattle, 18 to 21 days. Then heat period is 3 days. Mating time, gills first day heat, the sow second day after the heat symptoms shown. Number of thoraces per conception, 2 at 12 hours interval. The gestation period, 1 1 10 or 1 1 4. Nearly it is 3.5 months. Suckling period is 50 to 60 days. Later they need to be weaned. Average litter size 10 to 12. Average litter per weaning is 8 to 10. Rest period is 45 days. Then occurrence of the heat after weaning 2 to 10 days. Then mating time service period is 15 days after weaning. And volume of ejaculate is very high from a bore. It is about 200 cc. Sperm concentration is 1 lakh per cubic millimeter. Average age of to castrate the pig is 2 to 3 weeks and the 4 to 6 weeks. The market age of fattening pigs is 6 months. Then following interval 7 to 7.5 months. So years, how many years this horse can be bred is 8 to 10 years, 10 to 12 maximum. Average life of this sow is 6 liters. So this is the transportation method, especially with the tire system. So always one should be smart. Swine farming should be there with the modern tools of the app-based calculations, exactly the nutrition calculations, etc. Then essentially smart components need to be sensors, microprocessors, memory data, and telemetry also can be used to receive data from the other sources. It should be very precise, etc. So the marketing standards should always be more, and the meat quantity should be of the good quality. But the tools for smart tech technology is also nowadays introduced, like radio frequency identification or the RFID. Then infrared thermal imaging is also there. Microphone or cuff director, then sound detector is also there for the sound of sickness, coughing, heat detection, etc. It will be useful. Zigbee technology is to detect environmental parameters, temperature, relative humidity, concentration of carbon dioxide and ammonia in pig house will be there. And deep learning image analysis is about the locomotor measurement, movement pattern, etc. Then many other smart technology, camera-based monitoring system can be adopted, especially auto identification of the pig with microchip insertion. That's called as the electronic identification device EID, and numbering or making the pig skin have been practiced. So the EID or electronic identification device, it's a working on the radio frequency, then it need to be detected using a monitor. So many new technologies like the live weight detection, automatic weight detection, then the growth parameters and body conditions can also be used, like the emaciated means obvious detection of the ribs and other bones will be seen. The second one is the thin, then ideal ribs and other bones rarely detectable by the external appearance. So remote monitoring behavior is also can be done. Locomotion and lameness can also be done. Then aggressive behavior should be identified, and such animals should be always separated or they need to be culled. Just like neck biting, body biting, and ear biting are the vices. Tail baiting is another vice. So, in pig farming, it causes severe damage to the animal welfare and production quality, especially it causes the stress due to the pain, but also generate infection in the organs through the wounds. So, tail docking has been considered as standard solution, but the animal ethics which need to be considered while doing all these things. So, many new technologies have come, and you can go through such new technologies like pig cuff and sound surveillance for health monitoring through the camera-based and audio analysis system is there. So here the parameters, then face recognition like 2D and smartphone, live weight, then growth mass. All these are smartly now can be collected. So the facial identification system can also be used. So many more practices are there. Then ultimately the application of the sensors, especially the cameras, microphones, accelerator, etc., radio frequency identification, RFID, the images, sounds, movement, and vital signs of the animals are now subject of scientific attention. And the modern swine farming is always focused on good health, good feeding, good nutrition, and robotic based systems. And it's of the important priorities, especially scientific and technological development, and to reduce the number of labors also. So, with the help of the new technologies, we can excel in our system. Then, thank you very much for the kind attention.